Alright, so I know I'm a little late to this, but quite frankly, I don't keep up with IGN, and I didn't really know this review existed until I watched this guy's video. Really good video. I'll link his channel in the description below. So I thought I would check out the video review, and as soon as I watched it, I knew I needed to make a video on it.
At last, my watch is over. Mostly.
I will be skipping through most of the video just to get to the points he makes specifically about the Easter egg. If you want to watch the full video, it'll be linked in the description.
With an Easter egg hunt that's too big, too time-consuming, and too unwieldy to wholeheartedly recommend.
Before we get into this point, I just want to make a quick reference back to their Black Ops 4 review when they gave BO4 Zombies an 8.5. Just keep that in mind throughout this video. So it sounds like to me in this clip he is talking about the Easter egg hunt itself being time-consuming and unwieldy, whatever that means, but ever since Cold War we've been asking for longer Easter egg hunts. I don't know why the hunt itself is a negative here. That kind of perplexes me, but let's see what he has to say.
Well, Will, you might reasonably ask, why issue a review if you haven't finished it? A few reasons. First, because we always try learning the map and discovering the process for ourselves, because that's how the average person will do it.
Okay, quick litter interjection here. The average person does not try and hunt the Easter egg themselves. Me, as a hardcore zombies player, I do not participate in the hunts. Sometimes I try to, but most of the time I don't. I like to watch the hunt and then later look at a guide. And I know most zombies players, hardcore or casual, do the same thing. I honestly don't know what he's on about here.
And third, because I've seen damn near everything the mode has to offer except the finale itself, and I already have a good idea of what Ashes of the Damned is.
So it sounds like to me he is stating that he has not made it to the boss fight, which might be a good thing for this guy because it might tank this review even lower. But as a reviewer, it does not look like a good look when you are reviewing a map and its Easter egg without a boss fight attempt or completion under your belt. I just don't think it looks good, and if you can't make it to the boss fight, maybe delay your review a little bit, you know, or don't even bother talking about the Easter egg because you're not talking about it in full. The boss fight is a very integral part to an Easter egg.
Ashes of the Damned is utterly massive, a monstrous figure 8 with several subsections that in years past might have stood alone as individual maps.
Quick little nitpick, Ashes of the Damned is not a gigantic map. Now, when you look at the map itself, it might look like that, but in-game, it's really not. It takes you like 10 to 15 seconds to drive through the fog, and that takes up a lot of the map. The POIs are small to medium-sized. It's not that big. Once you get used to it, it's really not that bad. I don't think that's really a negative against the map itself. I think Treyarch maybe overplayed it a little bit, but I don't think that's something that really counts against it.
Other issue is the number of steps involved to get things done. It's a lot to remember, a lot to execute, and you're expected to do all of it in one run without all of you dying.
Okay, yes, it is a lot of steps to remember and execute. I get that. I understand that from someone who doesn't really play zombies. From that perspective, it's a lot to do. It's a lot to... Even my first time, had trouble. And that's just what an Easter egg is. You're gonna have trouble your first few times, especially if it's a bigger size Easter egg, something like Ashes or something like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4. You're gonna have issues. It's just, that's what Easter eggs are designed for. They're a secret for you to find and complete. They're secret. It's not gonna be all laid out for you, and it's not gonna be super easy to complete. Granted, Cold War and Black Ops 6 exist, but my point still stands. And that's also what confuses me. I get it was a different reviewer, but IGN gave Black Ops 4 an 8.5, which is a 10 times more complicated game than Ashes of the Damned or BO7 as a whole. It just confuses me, and I get where the guy's coming from, but at the same time, that's what an Easter egg is.
Using one of the rare gobblegums that load you up with every perk and then failing on a run feels bad because you've lost a limited resource with little to show for it. Naturally, you can buy gobblegum packs for real money because of course, right? The whole thing feels like it's hard because it wants you to give in and open your wallet and just buy stuff that will make it easier.
Now I'll be real quick with this point. Yes, you can buy gobblegums. Yes, it will make things easier. Can you do it without gobblegums? Yes, you can. Now I get it. It'll be harder, but it's still accomplishable. It's not like impossible without gobblegums, and that's kind of what he's making it out to be when it's really not. Along with the gobblegum earn rate, which is very good compared to Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, which had the same type of system. It's way less pay to win in this game than it would be in those other games.
And that's assuming the map works properly. At one point, you have to use stun grenades to wake up a robot named Klaus. He'll join up with you afterwards.
I'm pretty sure I had an atomic weapon when I arrived.
And you can command him to interact with a computer that will then trigger a retinal scan that someone in your group has to stare at until a meter fills up. If everything's working right, you can just have someone do that while the rest of the crew defends them. But we ran into an issue where Klaus wouldn't activate the control panel no matter how many times we commanded him to. He eventually just left, and we were forced to spend valuable currency to bring him back.
Okay. This one just made me laugh, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, no hate against this guy, but in this gameplay here that I'm showing you, this is the step done right. See, Klaus will stomp on that, the button will go green, you hold interact with it, and then the retinal scan will start, and you'll move on to that step. I get it. They were probably not having a good time, but they just didn't do the step right. Their game wasn't bugged.
If all you want to do is play zombies, both of these things drag the experience down. I'm not saying it shouldn't be a challenge, but it probably shouldn't have people comparing it to their job either. The biggest problem we ran into was other people. We had teammates that ran off and left the rest of us to die, teammates that barely contributed or didn't collaborate at all, and so on. In fact, basically every good run we had early on was derailed by our match-made fourth player.
Okay, this point right here kind of upsets me. I don't care how upset or angry you are at a game. When you are reviewing it as a professional game reviewer, the type of people that you play with and how those people play should not be indicative of the game itself. Game developers do not control who plays their game and how they play their game. That is such an invalid point that almost invalidates this entire video. I honestly don't know how that point made it into the video because it is so nonsensical that you would be delegating that against the game. Like, it's not the game's fault. You have shitty teammates.
I'm of two minds about zombies this year. I think Ashes of the Damned is a good map when it works, and that playing it with a good group is enjoyable. I think the core of do all the Easter eggs design is still quite strong. I also think this map is too damn big, that this year's Easter egg hunt takes too long to do in a single sitting, and that the experience when you're match-made with other players is miserable. The map being this difficult in a game that is more than happy to sell you impactful gobblegums for real money also just feels bad. I wouldn't blame anyone for bowing out before they saw the end, though I am still personally determined to keep going. I can't call this iteration of zombies bad, but it feels like a remnant of something greater, a shambling corpse that reminds us of the man it used to be.
So that was IGN's review of Black Ops 7 Zombies, in particular, Ashes of the Damned. Now, a lot of these points were just honestly bullshit to me, especially the one about the teammates. That one kind of upset me. I don't know how they got added in the video. Honestly, from there, anything he said after that was just invalid to me. It's not the game's fault. You have shitty teammates. Yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know if you guys remember Watch Mojo, but I was having some flashbacks there for a minute.
There's a need for fancy gadgets and gizmos to return them to their place.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, no hate to IGN. I just thought this review was absolutely terrible. And no hate to the reviewer. You just not good, man. Just not good. Anyways, I will be having separate map reviews on Astra Malorum and Ashes of the Dam coming out in the near future. I will be doing a mix of commentary, reviews, and gameplay videos. So be on the lookout for that. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.